Hello, everyone. How are all of you? Hopefully, you're all doing well. So this evening we are doing Courage Born of Fear in Final Fantasy XIV. Ulrich wishes to confront an uncomfortable truth. My friend, my partner, I trust you are ready. Good. That is very good indeed. For before we depart to face Andrea for what I pray is the final time, I have a confession to make. I may have been somewhat misled when I intimated the tremendousness of my martial prowess. In truth, it rather pales in comparison to yours. Uh-huh. I think I realize that. I gather you are not aware of this. Truly, you are as perceptive as you are mighty. In my defense, I must say that when I realized what an exceedingly powerful warrior you truly are, I was dumbstruck. I struggled to conceive of how even to broach the subject. Furthermore, I must admit that great majority, nay, all of our efforts to hone our skills in preparation for the battle to come have been entirely for my benefit, that the disparity between us might not be so readily apparent. To think that my insecurity drove me to postpone this fateful day for so long. In my cowardice, I allowed Andrea to assemble a party of followers where before we might have only to contend with the one foe. Must now confront five, and for all my preparation, I am still no more likely to be an asset to you than a hindrance. But perhaps that need not be the case. In discussing this grim reality with Miss Olvara, while you were away, we hit upon a potential stratagem. Recall you Rinda Ray's greatest strength and weakness, her preternatural hearing? We can be reasonably certain that Andrea is possessed of it as well. Therefore, if you were to fashion a device that could produce a loud noise at will, you could use it to secure an advantage in your battle. What I lack in strength of arms, I may make up for with guile. While it will not guarantee us victory, it will surely bring us one step closer. Thousand pardons, Master Reek, but I am to come to deliver a message from your Lord Father. What does he want with me now? It has come to your Lord's attention that you have acquitted yourself rather poorly as a bounty hunter and have brought terrible shame upon your family name. He commands you to cease all such activities at once and return to the city forthwith. Should you fail to do so, you'll be stripped of your citizenship and family name. No further financial assistance will be provided. Oh dear. You may tell my father and my mother the following, that I am Lurik, proud bounty hunter, slayer of sin eaters, that I have no intention of renouncing this cause, and that they are free to do as they deem fit. Tell them that if they have no son, then I have no parents. That I have no family save Miss Olvara, who has shown me more love than they ever have. Very good, Master Reek. I shall deliver your reply to them at once. Right, now that that's settled, we can get to work crafting that giant noisemaker of ours. Let us consult with the craftsman of the crystalline mean at once. I dare say you lit a fire in him. I never thought I'd see the day when he'd muster the courage to say anything like that to his parents. To the Grossarium. He actually got some fire in his belly. That kind of surprised me a little. what's all this then? You got something that needs making? Indeed I do, good sir. I wish to commission the production of a device that can generate a tremendously loud sound. It must be small and light enough to be carried by a single individual as well. Ain't that one of the stranger requests I've heard? Well, if it's just noise you want, then I'd wager we can make do with a special blend of fire sand. Aye, I think I've got just the recipe for your needs. I'll need some choice ingredients, mind, and you'll need to go and fetch them for me. Fetch? What precisely is it that you require? Well, there's this one particular BC native Calusia that's got a singular diet and leaves these massive dung piles. The fresher the better, if it please. Pulverized grass native to Raktika owns some iron ore from Amarang. I can give you a list if you like. To it, I will need to travel to the far corners of Norvrot and back. Oh dear, this is rather more involved than I... No more excuses. I'll do whatever must needs to be done to see this through to the end. My friend, I will not impose these tasks upon you. I insist that you remain here while I go and fetch the required materials. Well, at least we're not going to have to go out and get them. That's at least a benefit. Where the hell am I going anyways? Oh, god damn it. It was a series of surprisingly harrowing experiences, but in the end I managed to obtain the materials necessary for the construction of my secret weapon. The gentleman was rather accommodating, despite being somewhat put out that I had not any gil to pay him for his labor. He was nevertheless willing to teach me how to craft the arrows myself. He said he found my industriousness endearing. I must confess, despite being utterly exhausted by all this busy work, it has been somewhat refreshing. And now that my noisemaker and arrows are ready, I cannot wait to put them to the proof. If all goes to plan, the explosions should be enough to incapacitate Andrea for a time. Let's put an end to our tale, my friend, and in so doing, write the opening of ours. That of Reek and Illusion, Bounty Hunters Extraordinaire. Come, Raktika and Gloria, wait. may make one small request before we begin. Please, for the love of God, please try not to succumb to any visions of people's pasts. This really could not be a worse time. Well, are you still with me in the here and now? Well, for the moment, yeah. Excellent, we can attend to the task at hand without worry. Let us lay to rest our fellow hunters and grant Rinda Ray the peace a hero deserves. Now, just warning, because the last one had to be edited, the audio from this point may disappear. But hopefully not. Ow! That's 2 down. I may not be up for this yet. I mean, I've not done most of my class quests. I'm not for the best geared for this. So I mean, that's why this is taking so goddamn long, to be honest. Woohoo! Huh, what's that you got there? Wicked White, you're... Return to just being a normal ghost. You're Rinda Ray, the real Rinda Ray. should have never betrayed your trust. Never again. I swore, never again. Balaam quits, the Shadowkeeper, the Flood, come what may, we would face it together. No matter how hard it got, or how terrified I was. That's what it means to let someone into your heart, knowing full well that nothing lasts forever. To welcome the fear and the pain, the sorrow. When I lost my parents, when we laid the Keeper low, you felt it too, didn't you? To place our faith in a desperate, hopeless attempt to save everyone, and to see it amount to naught in the end. What else could we do but offer up that tiny remainder in a final, futile effort, even knowing deep down it was worth but a few moments more? What is this? You gave me fear, and that fear gave me strength. Wait, there's so much I want to ask. Don't think you're going to get to ask it here. I don't understand. What was she talking about? It's not right. It's not fair. Heroes sacrificing themselves for nothing, becoming villains, being forgotten. Thank you. I couldn't have never gotten this far without your help. I have no idea who Rinda Ray or any of the other Warriors of Light truly were. It was all ancient history to me. Why would I care who some eaters once were? I was no better than my parents, judging them out of hand, dismissing their sacrifice, not bothering to look deeper. It made it all the easier to pursue Andrea for my own amusement. I pray I've made up for it in part by helping to lay Rinda Ray's soul to rest. Miss Alvara is probably worried sick about us both. We should return to Calusia and let her know we're all right. Aethernet, Path to Glory. My little freak. Congratulations on a job well done. And from one hunter to another, thank you for helping Rinda Ray to achieve a measure of peace. She was a hero to me too, and it broke my heart to know what she had become, or what had become of her. To have your legacy tarnished so, to have the world call you a villain, even still, but at least I can take comfort in knowing she can finally enjoy a long rest. Whatever others may say, we will preserve the truth in story and song. Rinda Ray, the bravest hunter there ever was, and more importantly, a true friend to those she held dear. I can only hope to measure up to her example someday. For now, however, I say we return to Cassarium and raise a glass in celebration. Andrea's bounty has been paid to us in full, my friends, so come, let us eat, drink, and be merry. I mean to ask, but I have the impression you are rather more acquainted with these warriors of light than you've been letting on. What exactly do you know about them? That that is so preposterous, that I have no choice but to assume it is true. Offering up their lives to first cross the rift, then to halt the flood. Wicked White. It must have taken her so much courage to see it through in those final moments. A courage burned not of desire for glory or dedication to Undeal, but of fear and love for those with whom she had forged unshakable bonds. Her comrades. I won't pretend that we have anything even approaching such a powerful connection, but I would like to think that if you were in mortal peril, that I would fly to your side without hesitation. Having said that, if I were tested as Renda Bray were, if I were challenged to offer up my life for others without even knowing if it would amount to aught, I doubt I could rise to the occasion. I am a child and a fool who knows little of the world. I have been coddled and spoiled, and have only just tasted the bitter fruits of life that you and countless others sup on daily. You are made of sterner stuff, far sterner than me, and that is why I know I can never walk your path. How could I not? I cannot recall a time I have felt happier and more alive than when I have traveled with you. But you have countless other journeys ahead of you, don't you? For you, destined for greater challenges, whereas I am suited to rather more pedestrian affairs. Know your limits, as Miss Olvera used to say. Meeting her again after all these years, seeing how much older and more frail she'd become, made me realize how little time together we have left. She shouldn't have to live out her days living alone and in squalor. I've decided it will not be so. I will return to Clusia and attend to her needs, for I do my utmost to repay the love and kindness that made me the man I am today. Therefore, though it pains me to say it, I fear this celebration must also mark the end. Or at the very least, a tentative suspension of the glorious partnership that was Reek and Illusion Bounty Hunters Extraordinaire. Should you ever find yourself in Clusia, however, do come and pay us a visit. And that was Courage Born from Fear. Hopefully you like this, and like and subscribe, and come back again for either another video or another live stream. But whenever that is, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your evening, and have a good night.